morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, January 9th, and I have a doctor's appointment. Or not doctor's appointment, I'm just getting my flu and COVID shots before I come back home and I start applying to more jobs and also working on my very long delayed art commissions. I woke up at 6:30 and just straightened my hair and put in some dry shampoo because my hair gets really oily really fast. I think that's common with Asian hair, but yeah, I fit. I just have my white leg jeans on and my docs. I don't know if like in my last vlog I had my nails on, popped them off. There was actually a girl at Marshall's when I went shopping who complimented them, and then right after one of them popped off. Okay, I'm now in my car. It is 8:11 and I'm just gonna let my car warm up before I head to the clinic to get my flu shots. But I think in my last vlog, I talked to you all and brought you all with me to clean up my desk at my workplace because I was quitting. And again, it's Tuesday today, so on Sunday, I sent out an email to my manager and my supervisor, basically saying that like this position was no longer a good fit for what I'm seeking to achieve in my professional career, and that I would be quitting immediately. I also sent the same email to my direct account team. I think the only person out of all people that I sent that, I guess, like notice of immediate resignation to was my account manager, which I really appreciate. I know that like the traditional way to exit a job is like to give a 2-week notice, right? But I already thought everything in my head, and I was like, if I'm just a contractor, if I've only been here for about 4 or 5 months, I've made the decision that it's not a good fit for me, then I'm just gonna go. Like, I didn't feel valued. And also, it was a year-long contract, and personally, with no benefits and no sick pay and nothing like that, for the rate that I was getting paid to do as much as I was, I'm not going to do that for a year. I personally was just not willing to do that for a year. The drive was really far. I just could not connect with the people that I was working with, and I was like, I can't do this for another 8 months. I can't. I was like, I can find a job that will offer me more, will offer me a full-time position where I get benefits, where I get all, everything, PTO, sick pay. 2024, it's about knowing your worth and controlling what you can. And what was I doing in this situation? I was controlling what I could because I don't want to be in this situation anymore. Yeah, I feel good. My recruiter wasn't happy about it, but you don't have to help me look for jobs anymore. Like, he gave me a call yesterday. And I was like, that's fine. Like, if you feel like this just looks so bad and like you can't help me find another job, then that's fine. I personally don't really want another contract to hire job. I've decided I kind of just want that direct hire and to train that way so that right off the bat I can start accruing all the benefits. That's where that is. I have an interview tomorrow morning for a different company, and I have been actively applying to jobs. And like I said, did I say it in my last clip? I don't know. I still have a bunch of commissions that I'm picking up because I was just so stressed about my job. My commute to work is definitely a non-negotiable for me. I'm using a lot of gas on a weekly basis. I actually ended up having to finance my own car so that I could make it to work because I live so far away. Like, I live in the Twin Cities, and where I was working was 45 minutes to an hour away from me. 35 minutes on a good day, like when there's not a lot of traffic. But in the summertime, there's so much traffic that goes through this highway that I had to drive through. I wouldn't get back home from work. Like, it would be like an hour to an hour and 15-minute drive. And I was like, I can't do another summer doing that. Like, fuck that. So, yeah, I don't know. I just realized that nobody's working for me but me. And if my recruiter went on this whole spiel, like, I won't really get too much into it, but he went on this whole spiel about how, like, he used to have non-negotiables like me when he first started working, and he was like, the one thing that you need to understand about like corporate America is that like you are disposable, and like you know, like that's not to be mean, but like it's because like employers have to think about like the turnover rate. And I was just like, you're telling me things that I already know, and the things that I already thought about prior to coming to this final decision of like wanting to quit without a notice. I was like, I would rather be, like, if you're gonna put it in those terms, I would rather be disposable somewhere else than here with this company. Like, I would rather be disposable to a company that's gonna pay me more and give me more benefits and won't be so fucking long to get to. Like, that was what was really getting to me, because I'm doing all this fucking shit, like I'm asking for more and more work, but then I'm like, at what cost? Like, I don't get anything. It's basically transactional at this point. And he kept asking me like, oh, well, what feels transactional about it? What made you feel not valuable? What made you feel disposable? And I was like, it was just that, like everything I just explained to you. Like, some of them may have been more for more personal reasons, like, oh, I felt like I didn't connect with my team. I didn't feel like I really connected with this community. And obviously, being in a workplace environment, that comes with its limits, but that was one of the main reasons, right? The biggest one was the commute. The third one was talking to my supervisor. It felt like they were giving me more, right? They were expecting a lot from me, but then I wasn't getting a lot from it. And also, I just realized too that like coming out of my internship in the summer, I didn't even attempt to look for jobs on my own. I immediately jumped into this like staffing company basically. So I was like, I didn't even get to experience I guess like searching for jobs on my own, or the struggle of searching a job on your own. And so it almost seemed like he tried to make it seem like it was like the end of the world, because like I didn't put in a 2-week notice for this one job, like my first job out of college, right? I was like, if I'm gonna trip and fall, if I'm gonna make mistakes, I would rather it be early on in my career than to be with a company for 5-6 years and then realize that I fucking hate my life. Maybe I'm not built for corporate America, maybe it was just that company, but at least make me feel like I'm valued, you know? Like, I totally get that, like, in this field of work, of course, everyone is disposable. I'm not taking it super personally, but I'm like, again, maybe I am taking it personally, but again, if I am disposable, and if that's the, you know, the expectation of all companies of like, then yeah, I do just want to be disposable somewhere else. That's a great point. Like, you're actually helping my case as to why I wanted to leave this job in the first place. Anyways, 8:20 now. I'm gonna drive over to the clinic. I'm actually gonna Google Maps how long it is first, and then I'm gonna drive over there. It's 9, which is when my appointment was supposed to be, and I was in and out in like less than 5 minutes. So now I'm already back home with 2 shots in my right arm. Jesus, I can't speak. But it's finally snowing here in Minnesota. And it's supposed to get colder. We'll see though. Alright, so here I was back in the kitchen making myself a cup of coffee in my Minnesota cup. Boycott Starbucks. Yeah. This was my power ginseng, and I put a scoop of my Miracle Moo in it. I ended up drinking that coffee, and then I worked on this art commission for my college. I'm making little lovebirds to be their mascot for the language center there, and this was just my little setup. It's so super cute. I love it. And there's me giving you a thumbs up. I am back in my room, and as you all saw, I'm working on some commission sketches for the language center at the college that I graduated from, and I'm having a coconut juice. I just went to the store with my mom to pick up a couple of prescriptions and get she wanted aloe, so we went out to buy that. Also have my Stanley with me for my ice cold water. I initially got this, I honestly caved and was like,
having a Stanley wouldn't be super bad, but now I'm almost a little ashamed to have one because of all of like the Valentine's Day like limited edition TikToks that I see of like people fighting over them. But yeah, I just am burning some incense as well while I continue to work on this. But it's been a good day. I had lunch. I had chicken breast, garlic and herb chicken breast with some leftover pesto gnocchi that I made last night. So that was really good. Trying to get, or I've been trying to be better about like my eating and not eating when I'm not hungry and stuff. And I've lost 20 pounds since I graduated college, so that's a big deal for me, but I'm kind of stuck at a plateau and I'm just trying to clean it up a little bit. A couple hours later, I was prepping dinner, making dinner for the family. It's the end of the night now, and you can hear in the background my aunt or my niece fighting now. I'm doing my Korean dewy tree mask. But I'll just end it here. I just spent a lot of time today applying to jobs and responding to companies that were reaching out to me. I don't know why I had a brain fart. So I'll just end it here and say goodnight. And I'm basically doing the same thing tomorrow. I'm working on my commission still too. I have an interview tomorrow.